Welcome back to the part 2 of the Black Couch with Lebohang Mushoke.
Okay, like fast forward to like let's say last year. Okay, let's say 2019. You were already like into fashion and also the side where you already a paramedic.
Yeah, I got qualified as a paramedic 2015.
Wow.
So it was 2 years before I was introduced to fashion.
Yeah.
So that was.
So from 2017, 18, 19, you already.
I was there.
Doing both.
I was doing both.
So how were you maintaining both? Because I see like the different fields.
Yeah, I know it's very much different fields. How do I do it? Must I lie and say I know how to do it? But I think it's it comes with knowing what you want, ne? Because at the moment, umsebenzi for me right now, it's just a cash injection to boost business lam, ne? So knowing what I want is because in the future, in the next 5 years, 5 years I think is too long. Maybe in the next 3 years. Yeah, I understand. I want my brand to be established. I want to be my own CEO. Like I don't morning bus. You understand? Every morning. I'm that type of person because I'm a very dominant person. I know that. I'm very dominant. So me being in a place whereby I need to be submissive, sometimes it's a bit of a struggle for me.
Same
because
here.
I want to you understand? So that's me. So knowing what I want is actually it's a motivation for me. We're like, okay, one day at a time, one step at a time, we'll eventually get to the place where you want to be. And if you start having that sort of mentality, mindset, that is where everything just balances out. As human beings, as much as we are flesh, but we are spirit. So the kind of aura that you carry around yourself, you can feel it. Even if you don't know it. It's like when you know someone so much to an extent whereby you can feel it. So that's the type of people that we are. We are humans like that. So it's just basically the mindset, how you set your mind. You go to, okay, I know things are not gonna fall out the way I want them to fall out right now because it's a long way to go. Email, it's a problem. COVID, it's a problem. A lot of things can derail you from getting to your dreams. But having the correct, or let me say, having a positive mindset at all times and reminding you, you're gonna get there.
Based on the fact that you're a paramedic, tell us like your experience from last year until now in terms of like the strain in where you're working, like how are you working, the number of patients that you get, like estimating and like were you coping and stuff, like what's the vibe?
I was scared. I don't want to lie, ne? It was not a nice thing to see because it's like, it's not to move in a dome where because those suits, my guy, if I was someone who was planning to lose weight, I would have lost weight. Because you sweat like nobody's business. At the beginning, it was like a lot of anxiety because the moment a patient finds out Duguti, hey, I was sitting with Lebo, so Lebo is got just tested positive, then they start panicking. You understand? Then I figure especially they're panicking. It's all that rush business. I might have it because someone else has it. But, it was that kind of experience. Like literally every minute, patients were coming in. Like 10 minutes, you've treated the first patient, and it was like, I don't know what, but this is pit. A lot of, and most of them that came in, especially, I would say 80% of them were admitted because of the anxiety, the amount of anxiety they had, and obviously they had to be assessed medically to be sure, but now, okay, this patient is fine, because a lot of them were patient with comorbidities like high blood, has a history of depression. So it was but for me, as much as it was very scary. For me right now, it's like I was in the movies.
Yeah.
For me, it was like I was dreaming. You understand?
Yeah.
But like when I think about it honestly right now, ingat's been the pooper, because you know when they say something's gonna happen, and then eventually it doesn't happen. But Leia, it happened right in front of my eyes.
Yeah.
So at that moment, I guess my mind was not present. The only focus I had was to do my job, do as best as I can, and then leave. So it's only now that it's actually like clicked. But yay, girl, you were within. You were partying inside.
You were there.
Yeah, understand that. Yeah, it was intense because you would get stuff that test positive, so they'd have to obviously stay at home, and then the pressure would be on in the hospital. So you'd find sometimes I'd work 7 days straight, no off.
Wow.
You understand? Sometimes I'd work 6 days and then you only get like one off, and then have to continue again. So it was your shame. Hey, that's why I'm saying right now, like when I think about it, it feels like I was in a movie. It's like, you know, sometimes reality takes a bit longer to set in, but hey, I was in the situation. Yeah, so it was something like that. But I promise you, for the longest time I was in that room, every patient had to be admitted.
Yeah.
So you can imagine the strain that was on the hospital, the doctors. I'm saying, Gucci, a person who was married to a doctor during that time, shame.
Yeah.
If they're not divorced right now, that person is the one for you. Because even me, if mhlambe bekuthiwa nditshadile ndinabantwana nomyeni, I think by now mina mngenishile. Because mhlambe you are off, and then they'll ask you, this person just tested positive, so they can't come into work. Can you please stand in for her? You understand? Or for him? Because guys.
Yeah, I can imagine. It was too much.
And another thing that made it worse is that they had to switch off the aircons to stop the spreading of the virus. So it's those hazmat suits that are very hot, plus the aircons are on. My guy. And that room, it's a glass room. Yeah, I understand that glass keeps everything that's in there. Yeah. But the only safety or surety that I had in mind is because after every patient, they would come and fumigate the place, like by spray, like at least so they would fumigate the place and then wait till it dry out until the next patient comes in.
Yeah, man, we would go on and on and on if it wasn't for time, but unfortunately we have to call it a show right now. Thank you so much for coming through, man. I like people who are talking. I love observing and listening. It really builds me. Sometimes I would be like chilling and watching people on the face, and they would assume that I'm not there. Because maybe my mind is somewhere else, but I'm really listening very closely. Thank you for the information, man, that we got from you. I know our guests, our viewers have actually a nice insight of what was really happening in terms of like the frontline workers, and also in fashion, man. Probably new kids now are inspired to tap into that industry. Yeah, man. Shout out to L Designs, the founder Lebohang Mushoke. Thank you so much, guys, for viewing our show. See you next time, same place, man. It's your boy Coffee out in Cape Town. Kukuleto Barcelona, Major Jamaica, Pole.